$48 billion capital program.
Oh, they full of shit though, y'all. Cause I didn't even know I was live. This is how these people play games. These Apple phones are spy phones. You better believe it. The Apple phone is a spy phone. And they spying on your ass. But it's all good because if you living a righteous life, then you don't have nothing to hide, right? That's why Prince T. Rogers said, "Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice." And the best revenge that you could have is to live right. Because if you living right and them people is looking for you to be doing some dirt and looking for you to be committing some crimes, and you living right, they can't find nothing on you. I'm watching my trainer, my mentor, one of the people that helped me to become the trader and the investor that I am, Jim Cramer, the teacher.
Retail rates. So I think we're trying to be thoughtful. But what you do is in a growth.
You ever watch the Kung Fu movies back in the day? Teacher! 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 Like and subscribe too. Like and subscribe, Stock Market Savage. Santorio Hector. I'm a record producer, I'm a cannabis grower and breeder, and I'm a self-taught investor. And I love picking stocks, and I love buying stocks, and I love producing and making money out of the stock market. It's nothing like it. It's like if you ever I was a drug dealer. This is the next closest thing that I can get to fast money. Mad money, fast money. You better know it. That's why I love Fast Money the show. Shout out Melissa Lee. Shout out Dan. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Guy. Shout out Miss Finer Than, Miss Kevin, Miss Karen. Excuse me. I apologize. I've been drinking, y'all. Miss Finnerman, Karen Finer Than. Karen sound like the relative of a general or something in the Indian Wars. Finnerman, Finer Than.
America will continue to be the market of choice for buyers.
And who did I miss? Tim. Shout out Tim.
We've got a brand new
I'm
facility.
trying to tell y'all this is one of the greatest times to buy stocks. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Santorio Hector. Cleveland, Ohio record producer, cannabis grower and breeder, and self-taught investor. Self-taught investor. Download the albums on all music platforms.
New technology and horizontal drilling, so the whole
Hey, y'all.
production has been
Right
great.
through.
So 20% of our natural gas production also produces liquids and natural gas or associated gas. So it really makes the lower cost of getting oil out of the ground. So we have a lot of confidence in our oil and gas industry in the United States, and we feel good about our current long-term reserves.
One last thing, I want people to understand the way you can figure out, say it's for your IRA, you want to get more income and you don't want to have as much volatility. I didn't want to go to that stuff.
Yeah, I would describe it like this. Long-term S&P 500 has offered 7 or 8% earnings per share growth. At our company, we're forecasting 7 to 9% earnings per share growth in a utility.
There's so many stocks on sale, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm about to go take a second job, a third shift or a second shift, so I can make money to invest into the market, extra money to put into the market, and I could trade in the daytime. Yes, that's exactly what I need, a third shift or a second shift, so I can make money and put that money into the market and still trade in the daytime from 9:30 to 4, and then hell yeah, and run this shit up. Cool. In a year, if I do that for 6 months to a year, when this shit turn around and this war's over, I will never fucking work again for a fucking soul. You gotta have a fucking master plan. And at the end of the day, we still gonna make money off the music. The albums is out on all music platforms. And we getting ready to start promoting again, heavy promo. At the times when I was marketing and advertising and really promoting heavy, we had at the most 35,000 followers on Spotify. If you got 35,000 followers on Spotify streaming if they listen to one song a day, that's 35,000 streams a day. That's enough to bring in $50,000, $60,000 just from Spotify alone in income. Now, what I'm breaking down now as a CEO and as a record label CEO is how to take the money that we making from investing in the stock market, utilize it for marketing, advertising, and promo in the music business to generate the most streams and how many streams that we have to generate to make $100,000 just on Spotify. Because then that doesn't account for the publishing and the writers' royalties and the BMI live performances. It doesn't account for any of the money that's generated from my publishing deals, from my publishing administrator, Harry Fox Agency, HFA, which is the same administrator that administrates the major labels catalogs: Universal, Sony, Capitol Records, Warner Brothers. I'm different. And I'm different because I was adopted and raised by an Irish Italian, part Native American man who was connected to the mafia. And until motherfuckers respect and understand that my father was different, that my father was ahead of his time. He was unique. He passed away at 47 years old. At 47 years old, my mama is still living in a house that my father bought when he was 18. That the last appraisal was $105,000. And you know what I'm saying? I was born to get money. I was born to get money. I was born to get money. I come from my family had money. I ain't grew up on welfare or none of that shit. My daddy was in the mafia, and I was a motherfucking gang banging, drug dealing ass motherfucker who 360 my life and changed my life and get money. And what helped me change my life was the stock market and investing and trading, because that's the real fast money. And every American should be an investor. You don't have to be a trader, but every fucking American should be a fucking investor. Do you not have a retirement account, a Roth IRA, either through your job or one that you manage yourself? Open you up an account. Robinhood match you 3%. Like whatever you put into your retirement account, they'll match you 3% of what you put in. Free money. Like, how are you not saving and putting money aside for your future, for the future of your children? Like, you know what I mean? But and then social media and Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and all the media platforms that you utilize, everybody else is trying to find a way to monetize this shit, but you as an individual. And if that's not your thing, that's cool. But investing, taking $1,000 and trying to turn it into 2 or 3,000, investing should be everybody's ambition should be to learn how to be an investor. And you can just do it simply by joining the CNBC Investing Club. You could join Earn Your Leisure University with the guys from Earn Your Leisure, Wall Street Chapter, Aristotle. There are people that are teaching investing, trading.
Okay, that's pretty much ruined it because nothing's been able to move this stuff on that later.
Nothing has been able to move NVIDIA.
We're giving back a little bit of games today. And I gotta tell you, Uber stock certainly
I'm gonna
needs
tell you 3 stocks, in my opinion, that you could get rich off of if you load up on those stocks right now. Robinhood, Netflix, and Lyft.
pullback. Or just
Robinhood, Netflix, and Lyft. You can throw D-Wave Quantum and Rigidi Quantum Computing in there, and those alone I'm like Peter Lynch. I like owning a lot of stocks. I like owning a lot of stocks, and I like high risk stocks. I'm always looking for what Peter Lynch calls a 10 or a 1,000 bagger. I'm a stock picker. I'm a researcher, so I don't mind doing the research that it takes to find a stock that is up under the radar that everybody else is not hip to. That's what I love doing.
Might be threatened by AI. That's had awful stuff. We mostly see this
You
in
know,
software space.
I'm not my channel is a little unorthodox as compared to the channel of other investors, other traders, other um financial market podcasters that have either commentary or opinions channels whose objective is to spread the message of financial literacy being something that all Americans need to be conscious of. Financial literacy is something that all Americans need to be conscious of. We need to be teaching our children about financial literacy. We need to be financially literate as Americans. This is the greatest country in the world, and and everybody can eat. It's nobody that has to be living a life that you can't afford the necessities and the occasional wants and desires. You know, this life, it was God did not mean for you to live this life and have no joy in it and no blessings. And you know what I mean? That's not what the creator wanted for you, for this life to be a struggle and for you to not be blessed here in this life and not have what you want and not have what you desire here in this life. Intentions and intent is everything. We have to have righteous motives and intentions. And when we have righteous motives and intentions, and you know what I'm saying, we seek out the information and the knowledge that could take us to the next level. It don't have to be rocket science. I'm Santorio Hector. I'm a self-taught investor. I picked my own mentors. I knew about Jim Cramer from when I first started picking stocks. I used to watch his shows. I know that he's knowledgeable. I tapped in with the brothers from Earn Your Leisure, Rashad, Ian, and Troy back in 2019, and they led me to the Wall Street Trapper, Chris Sane, other people that I met by way of tapping in with the guys from Earn Your Leisure. Um, and I'm a full-time trader and an investor right now, and I've been able to live and pay my bills and maintain. And I really I really reached a lot of milestones and accomplished a lot of things that is not too many traders that have done or accomplished what I've done and what I've accomplished in my first year of trading as a part-time trader. Not even a full-time trader. I only been trading full-time since July 2025. So I reached like all of the milestones in my first year of trading part-time that it took other traders 5, 10, 15 years to reach, but they stuck with it. And now they're $1 million traders, six-figure traders, you know what I mean? Millionaires that, and they create these millions out of the market, investing and trading stocks, futures, forex. However, they made it from investing and from trading the markets. And it's a beautiful thing, and it could change your life. I'm Santorio Hector. I would love if you guys would go listen to the albums on Apple Music, on Tidal, on Spotify, on Amazon, on Pandora. I do not own the rights to any of the material that I feature in my channels, live streams or segments from CNBC, Financial Market News, CNBC Network, and the different financial market news programs that I show and feature excerpts in from my live streams. When we reach 1,000 subscribers, YouTube has informed us that we will be able to monetize the channel. And I would just hope that you guys would share the broadcast, help us to reach that 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible so I could give away that $1,000. We want to really take 10 people, and I want to have somebody randomly select 10 people and give 10 people $100, a cash gift that I hope that you would put into the market, and that could be your start in investing. Um, I also will hope that people would tap in and check out the records, check out my albums on Apple Music, on Spotify, on Tidal, on Pandora, all the different albums and records by Santorio Hector. Cleveland record producer, cannabis grower, and breeder. Self-taught investor. We getting ready to drop a new album. You feel me? Tap in. Santorio Hector.